Hi, I'm Carla Stetter. I am an engineering project manager, and I have been with the city just a little under 19 years. Bagan Park is a project that I'm working on right now, one that as I come closer to retirement, I feel really proud about. Bagan Park it's a piece of land that we were able to acquire in an earlier Metro bond measure. And now, with the last bond that Metro released in 2019, we were able to fund the development of that park. It's exciting to me because the park system plan identified 12 areas in the city that do not have a park within a 10-minute walk of them. And so we looked at how do we prioritize this so that we can keep our recreation systems across the city fair and equitable, since we have a lot of new park development going on out in River Terrace and our newer areas. And so we identified 12 gap areas without a park, and now we prioritize those areas based on income of the area and diversity of the area. So we're able to keep everything fair around the city, and Bagan Park is going to provide that for our lowest income and most diverse neighborhood. And I'm just very excited about it. It's also going to provide great access to nature. The property is on Ash Creek, and I feel like it's just going to make a real difference for that neighborhood. One of the other great features about Bagan Park is that it's on Ash Creek, which is one of two fish-bearing streams, meaning salmon runs. With the Bagan Park project, we are currently working on public outreach for the park. We had done some outreach in 2015 after acquiring the property, but our city has changed quite a bit since 2015, and we are going to work with updating that master plan, getting more input from the neighbors that live there at this point. Once we have that input, we will be hiring a design consultant who will take us through master planning and design, and then construction documents. And we are on course to bid that project in early to mid 2025.
My name is Jillian Pfeiffer. I am a project coordinator at the City of Tigard, and I've been with the city now for a little over a year. Steve Street project is a natural play park that we are putting in. We're adding a walking trail and adding a lot of interactive park play in that area for the surrounding residents. Steve Street Park is located at the intersection of Steve Street and 84th off of Fanno. Steve Street project is currently in the early design phase. We're getting some survey done to make sure that we're not going into the wetland delineation. The next phase of the project is to continue in the design phase and hire a consultant. Projected timeline is to go into construction in early 2025.
Okay, so I'm Courtney and I'm a traffic engineer at the city, and I've been at the city for about 2 years. So we are currently working on the trail system plan, and it is split into 2 phases. So the first phase is really focused on the existing conditions. So what trails do we have? What is the current status of these trails? So we're collecting a lot of data about the trails to make sure that we can make the most informed decisions about improvements that are needed, which we will get into in the second phase. The Trails System Plan project is currently about halfway through phase 1. So we've collected a lot of data, and we are now working on getting that processed. So we will have some opportunities to share that information shortly. We will get into phase 2, where we will have a lot of opportunities to hear input from the public on what improvements they'd like to see on Tigard's trails.
I'm Zach Morris. I'm a senior project engineer. I've been with the city for about 5 years. The Fanno Creek Trail Connections project is a capital improvement project to add or improve segments to the Fanno Creek Trail in Tigard. It consists of 4 segments. One is new from Woodard Park to Grant Avenue, which is what you see behind me. Second is improving the existing segment behind City Hall from Ash Avenue to Hall Boulevard. Third is a new segment from the Tigard Library to Milton Court. And the last is a new segment from the south end of 85th Avenue below Cook Park and the treatment plant down towards the existing Keokuts pedestrian bridge over the Tualatin River. Some particulars about the design of the project. A lot of it will be paved, similar to what you see here in the existing parts in Woodard Park. Most of it will be wider though. It'll be 12 feet wide with rock shoulders, so it'll be wider than a lot of the trail that's currently in Tigard. Then we also have bridges and boardwalk, which are going to be concrete decks with steel railing 14 feet wide from the inside rail to the inside rail. And some of the boardwalks go through some pretty neat locations, kind of like the west end of or east end of this segment by Grant Avenue will kind of be up in the trees. There'll be rest areas and trailheads with places to sit. And we go by 2 current vegetation restoration sites that will be access to nature that we're really excited about as well. The project is funded by a combination of Tigard sources, which is park system development charges, transportation system development charges, a little bit of stormwater fund, and then there is some federal transportation dollars that we got from a grant, which is unique for our projects because in order to administer those funds, you need to be certified by the Federal Highway Administration, which we are not, and most local public agencies are not. So we actually have an agreement with the Oregon Department of Transportation, or ODOT, to deliver the project on our behalf. So they actually held the contract for design and they bid and are holding the contract for construction. But we've been involved the whole process and we will be through the project's completion. So the project started in November of 2023 with construction here on the Woodard segment. Been focused on getting ready to build the boardwalk and bridge over Fanno Creek. We also started the segment by the Tigard Library in January. Both of these segments will be under construction probably through fall at least. And then the other 2 segments, being City Hall and Durham, won't get started till better ground conditions, probably closer to the summer. All 4 segments are scheduled to be completed by the end of this calendar year, so December 31st, 2024.